Go to a great school, get awesome grades, get out of school and work super hard, wake up at 4 in the morning, hustle and grind 18-hour days, and then you'll be successful, right? At least that's the story I was told, and I'm sure you've heard the same thing. But nothing could be further from the truth. You see, doing it that way actually caused me to burn out and didn't allow me to build the business of my dreams. But what if everything you've been told about how to build a business is actually a lie? And what if there was a much better way? On this video, I'm going to share some myths about business and about being successful, how I was able to overcome them, and how you can too. And at the end of the day, I'm going to show you how you can earn more money, work less, and have way more fun in your business and in your life. And if that sounds great to you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos just like this. Let's rock and roll. All right, myth number one is that you have to do everything yourself at the beginning. So the reason that people believe this is that people are taught to bootstrap their business, to not spend a lot of money, of course, and to just do everything yourself, learn how to do it all until you can afford to hire some help. I've heard this from entrepreneurs in all industries, from real estate professionals to tech entrepreneurs and everyone in between. And this is a myth, because what this actually does is keep you stuck in that hamster wheel of doing everything yourself, because you then start to believe that no one can do it better than you, that it's going to take too long to train someone, and that you have to do everything until much later in the business cycle. Does all of that sound familiar to you? I'm sure it does, because it also did for me. Now, what really happens when you do this is that you become the bottleneck of your business. You don't build systems that are going to scale. You build a business that depends on you, and that's something that never scales. You see, entrepreneurs don't need to work harder or hustle more. What they need to do is create systems that then allow you to add leverage and scale in a smarter way rather than just working harder. Hey, sorry to interrupt this video. If you want to earn more money, work less, and have way more fun in your business and in your life, I want to invite you to book a call with one of our coaches over at All Star VAs. We staff virtual assistants for entrepreneurs just like you. We can also give you all of the standard operating procedures, key performance indicators, calendars, schedules, and tasks for every position that you may need on your team that'll help you scale without burning out. All you got to do is click the link down below, book a free call with one of our coaches, or scan this QR code. We'll talk to you on that call. I'm so excited to deliver tons of value there. Now back to the video. All right, myth number two is that hiring help is too expensive and that you should wait. Now look, what I want you to ask yourself really is not can you afford to hire help, but can you afford not to hire help? You see, most entrepreneurs get into business to do the fun stuff in business, not to do the administrative work or maybe the social media posting or things like that. And yet what they do is early on in the business, they do all of these things themselves because they think they can't afford to hire help. And if that's you, you're watching the right video. You see, what I want you to do is really reframe this in terms of you are actually buying your time back. And there's a lot of hidden costs in not having that help in your business. It's not only the time that you're wasting on administrative $10 an hour tasks, but it's also, and more importantly, the time you're not spending on those $1,000 an hour tasks that will allow you to grow your business. So I want you to really reframe this myth and think for yourself about buying your own time back, starting with administrative work. My business, for example, I have an amazing executive assistant that handles all of the administrative work so that I can focus on the money-making activities that I love to do and that I'm passionate about, kind of like making this video. Myth number three that most entrepreneurs have is that you have to master everything first before you start delegating it out. And this could not be further from the truth. Now, I know this comes from kind of old world thinking that you have to make sure you can do everything in the business, but you really don't have to do that. Think about the best CEOs of companies, or better yet, I'm a sports guy, so I think about sports teams. The owner does not need to know how to be a quarterback or how to be a coach, or in fact, how to be a GM. And thinking about owners who are GMs, there's one of those in my hometown of Dallas, and I'll let you take a look and see how the Dallas Cowboys have done over the last 30 years, where the owner is the GM. So I want you to reframe this one and in fact think that you don't need to know how to do everything. You just need to know how to delegate properly, how to find experts in every area of your business, and then how to hold those people accountable to the results and the key performance indicators that you want achieved in those areas of your business. And myth number 4 right now is that AI is going to replace people. So don't worry about hiring, don't worry about delegation because AI is going to do everything. Now look, I love AI, I talk about AI all the time, and we use AI in our business every single day. However, AI is not going to replace people. AI is certainly going to make people more efficient. It does on our team, but it's really that combination of the right people using the right AI that's going to allow you to scale your business much faster. In fact, our virtual assistants use AI all the time. They're trained on it. They're learning new AI every single day. That allows us to do things more efficiently. It allows us to get more and better results with less people than we would, so we can have a much smaller and more effective team. But AI is certainly not going to replace everyone. And so you still need to know how to hire properly, how to delegate, and how to hold people accountable to results. All right, so now that we've busted some of these myths, I want to give you some great solution frameworks for your business, regardless of where you are. And the first thing is really mindset related. Instead of thinking about how do I do this, I want you to think about who. I call this my who, not how strategy. So instead of saying, hey, how do I get this done or how's it going to get done? I want you to ask who can do it. Do I have that person on my team right now? And if I don't, how do I get that person on my team so that I can delegate that out? And the next thing you want to do in the solution framework is to start from day one building systems around everything. If you ever go to sell your business, what you're actually going to be selling is the systems that you've created and your database of customers and people that you market to. That's it. That's what someone will be paying you for. If you don't have any systems and if you don't have a database, you really have nothing to sell in your business. It's not a saleable business. It's really just you selling on personality in whatever business you're in. So create systems from day one. You should have systems for everything. We document everything, and my team does the same thing. How we answer the phone, the email newsletters that we send, how we have daily huddles, our cadence, and all of that stuff. So create systems from day one, and better yet, delegate the creation of systems to your team so that everything can become something that runs on systems and not on you having to remember it. You know, the moment that everything changed for me in business is when I stopped thinking like an employee and started thinking like the CEO and like a business owner. And I want you to start doing the same thing today. In every aspect of your business, think about the decisions you would make if you were an owner versus a player on the team. That's the way that you'll be able to scale. It's the way you'll be able to earn more money while working less, have more fun, and actually do the things in your business that you're passionate about versus the things that you think you should be doing. At the end of the day, most people don't fail in business. They either quit before they've actually succeeded or they've just refused to let go. So what they've created is a job rather than a business. You know, one of the main things that I'm passionate about is helping people add leverage to their team and to their business in a cost-effective way and with the right systems. And that's exactly what we do over at All-Star VAs, which is my virtual assistant staffing company. I'd like to invite you to book a call with one of our coaches. We'll actually take a look at your business, your systems, what you currently have, deliver a ton of value to you, give you any standard operating procedure that you need. And if you need it, we'll show you how we can staff a cost-effective virtual assistant on your team and what that might look like. Even if you don't get a VA, I guarantee you'll get a ton of value from this call. So you can do that by clicking the link down below or hitting this QR code, and we'll get you on a call and we'll help you out. In the meantime, thanks so much for tuning in to this video, and check out this other video that YouTube thinks that you're really gonna like.